even had the earnings call yet. Mike Santoya, good view on this one. All right. I think we're live. Amazon from I've been trying here for 15 minutes to get on stream. Amazon numbers just came out. Let's get a look at them. Amazon earnings per share, 98 cents with an estimate of 83 cents. That's a beat. Revenue, $143 billion in a quarter. Estimate of $142 billion. Good stuff right there. Holy cow, this thing's all over the place stock-wise. Bear with me here. Let me share my screen. Oh, come on now. Window. Let's go over here. Screen. That is the crypto crash. We'll throw Amazon over there. Yeah. Look at that, baby. Up 5% and climbing. This is a $200 stock by the end of the year, in my opinion. Who knows what can happen in the economy and all that jazz. Great business, great numbers. I'm interested to see the breakdown. AWS, I'm sure, is doing good. And I want to hear the earnings call. How much are they going to spend on AI? What are they going to spend on? What are they looking at? But this is a great company. What's awesome about Amazon is they have not been looking to be super lean. And for a long time, they've been not profitable. And so now they're turning the corner to become profitable. So they're going to have a lot of free cash flow to go invest in AI and whatever they want, whatever business they want. So that's what's going to be cool to see because they're going to have so much money they don't know what to do with. Again, $143 billion in a quarter. And be interesting to see how much of that is profit. And then what are they going to do with those profits? I don't see them ever or anytime soon paying a dividend. I don't want a dividend from Amazon. I want them to keep reinvesting in their business. I want them to get to $1 trillion in revenue within a year. That is what I want to see from Amazon. So that's pretty cool to see. I got CNBC behind me. I'm also waiting for AMD. I want to see their numbers. So I got like 9 screens up here. I'm a little backwards. Where am I looking? AMD up 1% in after hours. Now take a little peek at this. The market was just dumping into the close. So we'll probably get a nice recovery back up here on the NASDAQ. But man, Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow. Here's the NASDAQ on the left. Little higher time frame. Who knows? Do we get back up to all-time highs? I don't know. We will eventually. The question is that going to be a week, a month, a year? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. One thing I did do today is I did buy some Bitcoin. It's been a long time since I've bought Bitcoin. I've made 3 purchases, and I plan on purchasing 7 more tranches within the next month or so. So it's probably been 2 or 3 months since I bought some Bitcoin. I'm adding. I haven't sold. I sold some Bitcoin at 44,000, something like that. But my average cost was 23,000. So I wanted to de-risk. And now I'm looking to add some more on the weakness post-halving. I do think we see 100K sometime this year, or for sure in this cycle. I don't know if it'll be this year. I'm expecting it to be this year. So I'm okay with this. Let me find this chart here. This is a better look. So Bitcoin, we've just been chopping sideways here. We hit the all-time highs, and we've just been chopping sideways. And it looks like we are hanging on by a thread at this support here. in the 60,000 range. We break this, I see us going down maybe to 54, 53. And I think that's going to be a really strong support. And then from there, we'll base out, and then we'll make our next run back through the all-time highs eventually. So it may take a little bit. AWS sales up 17%. I'm waiting on their investor relations website for them to print out the report. And I will be listening to the call, and you'll get a nice finished video. This is just me rambling to myself. I'm standing on top of a lacrosse ball, rolling out my feet. There's not a lot. This is not a high value production. This is just a dude talking to himself in his living room with a halo light on his face. But I wanted to test out the live streaming, which I was 15 minutes late because I couldn't figure it out. So I'm glad I'm testing this out. And we get to look at a little chart, get to see some numbers. Let's see what else is new. So I bought a little Bitcoin. Last week I bought some Tesla. I went all in on my Roth IRA for me personally, and in another account, I did purchase another tranche of Tesla. And when we had the pop, I sold some covered calls. I think I sold the 230 covered calls for $500, and I closed those covered calls today for $100. So I made $400 profit. I'm going to keep doing that. When we get green days on Tesla, I will look to sell covered calls and close them on red days so I have more cash to buy more shares. I'm pretty much got enough Tesla. I really want to get some Amazon. I'm looking for a deal. Where's our Amazon chart? Good. I don't want Amazon to go to 200. I want it to dump to 165. We had an opportunity. Oh man. Okay. So I don't know if my order got filled. I have an open order for 165. We hit 165.17 in the after hours. I wouldn't have gotten filled in the after hours. And then last week here, we hit 166.52. I didn't get filled. So wow. Amazon Web Services is now a $100 billion annual business for the first time ever. Who knows? Maybe this is being hosted by Amazon Web Service. So we'll have to thank them. But it's a really great business. So many ways that they rake in cash. Let me pull up our Amazon bull bear case. Oops, stop sharing, reshare. Let's go to window, Scrivener. The Scrivener software I've been using, keep track of everything. So Amazon, the pros, we've got AWS, Ecom, continued growth. I buy stuff on Amazon all the time. Prime Video, streaming, advertising on both e-commerce and streaming. Shift to profitability, like I was talking earlier. They're investing for the future. They can throw all their free cash into whatever they want to make money. They are working on some AI chips. So again, I'm curious to see what they're doing in their AI. And look at this, advertising revenue. Google's the big dog, Meta's number 2, and Amazon's down here, but they are growing. Cloud infrastructure, who's the big dog here? AWS, $100 billion revenue annually. That's good stuff. What else do we have? This is all old stuff. I'll have new stuff coming sometime this week. AMD out yet? Looking for AMD. Looking for love. bring this back down here. Oh, you're not gonna be able to see that. I gotta say, this stuff is complicated. This streaming stuff. I'm using YouTube software, and it looks really bad. I'm so fast, I'm blurry. And for the thousands of people watching, I appreciate it. We're waiting on AMD numbers. As soon as I get AMD numbers, I'm out. I'm headed to the driving range. I got a big golf tournament this weekend. It's going to be rainy, so I got to be sharp. I got to be ready. I got some new golf clubs. Ironically, those golf clubs were paid by crypto. I took some crypto profits a couple months ago and bought my golf clubs. That was the plan the whole time I was building, because last year was a bad year. I was just dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, into Ethereum, and that's why I took profits at 44,000 on the Bitcoin, because I was buying it at 20,000, 18,000, 21,000, 30,000. And finally, when it broke out and made the pop, I want to take profits, because the whole plan was to accumulate crypto. And when we go into the next cycle, get yourself some nice new clubs. So mission accomplished. But now we're moving on to the next price target, which is 100K. I am due for a crypto update for you fine people out there. So that'll be coming. I also got a video coming out. I'm going to be talking about my experience as a Tesla and Enphase consumer. So I'm going to break it down, what I see, how much electricity I produce on my Enphase solar, how much electricity I use. Here's my little setup on the side of the house. Kind of cool. Enphase box, Tesla car charger. As I was saying, I bought golf clubs with crypto. I bought my down payment for my Tesla with Tesla. When Tesla took a dump last year, when Elon was selling shares like crazy, I had a bunch of cash lying around, and I said, time to double down. And this was not in a retirement account. This was in a brokerage account. So I threw a bunch of money in, and Tesla quickly ripped 120%. Boom, cash out. And it was time for a new vehicle. So that's what I did. Use that for a down payment. I had a 2004 Toyota Tundra, gas guzzler, and now I have a little fast Model 3, and I travel a lot of places for free because the sun charges my car. Kind of cool. So that'll be coming out. Speaking of Tesla, down 1% in the after hours. Wonder why. Down 5% today. We need another pop so I can sell some more calls. Looks like AMD is out. It's moving around, down 2%, down 3%, down 1%. What's CNBC saying? Starbucks down 8%. Starbucks revenue missed by about $500 million. Imagine that. Oops, I missed by 500 million. But I mean, it's not that big of a deal for them. I probably buy 2 Starbucks coffees a year. I make my coffee at home for 30 cents. I'm not a big coffee drinker. I'll drink it in the morning, and that's it. Couple cups as I'm looking at the market. They got it.
Relatively in line with what the street was anticipating, 5.47 billion. Q2 revenue guidance.
AMD earnings per share beats by 1 penny. Revenue beats by 1 million.
Data center and client business actually did better than what the FactSet numbers that we have, but gaming and embedded, we know that those are 2 markets that the company AMD has warned about weakness, cyclical weakness. Both of those.
I want to buy some AMD. I don't own any. I just have some in the SMH. I'd like to buy AMD at 135. That would be a good price for me to get enticed in. I really love the semis long term. I just need to get them at the right price. I love that Nvidia is trading down a 1.5% and down 1% in the after hours. I want to buy some Nvidia at $6.99. Just a little bit, just a nibble. And the other one I'm looking at is Facebook. I am looking at some Facebook. If we can get back under 400, that'll be a starter position for me. If Google gets back down at 155, I'll add some more because I bought some when it was hated in the 130s, but I still need to fill up that position. Apple, I need to fill up that position as well. 165, I'll probably buy another tranche. I hope their earnings come in soft and they don't talk too much about AI. But if Apple comes in and talks about AI, that's my play with them. If they can come out with their next cycle of products, have all these AI features that will not be included via software updates, they have to have the new products. You're going to see everyone come out the woodwork. I think I have the iPhone 13. I'm due for an upgrade. I'm over a year due. But what am I going to upgrade to? I might switch to an Android. My work gave me an Android phone, and I'm like, nice camera. Might try something new, unless Apple can entice me to stay. So I've got my list in my head. I'm ready to write things down. I love that the NASDAQ. Oh, yes. We're dumping even more in the NASDAQ, down 2.2% today. Again, I want prices to go down because I have 10 to 20% cash. I want to put that cash to work. Amazon not holding the gains. I was bouncing around 3%, 1%, and they're going to have their earnings call. Maybe they say Jeff Bezos is back, baby. No, he's over there in Florida chilling. You know, last year I was walking through Seattle. I was there for a Seahawks game, and I was walking around all day because I had the whole day. It was a Thursday. They were playing the 49ers Thursday night, and the 49ers kicked our ass. But I had all day to walk around Seattle, and I was walking around Amazon headquarters just amazed. But you know what really bothered me? Nobody was there. This was way after COVID. No one is in the city. No restaurants open, no nothing. So that was weird to see. But, man, crypto's dumping. Okay. I don't think there's much else to talk here. I can keep entertaining myself for hours, but like I said, I got to go sharpen the irons on the range. So as of now, I am waiting to buy more Amazon 165. Numbers look good. I'm interested to see what they say on the earnings call. I'm interested to see their guidance. I think this quarter they're going to have Prime Day. And, you know, Amazon's a phenomenal business. AMD a phenomenal business. Tesla a phenomenal business. If the numbers come in soft for a couple of quarters, to me, that's an opportunity. As long as nothing has changed with the company, with the product, with the fundamentals, the numbers are going to ebb and flow as long as they're in an uptrend. So that is all I got for you. To my thousands of watchers, thank you. And stay tuned for more videos coming up. I will do a recap of Amazon earnings when I listen to the call. I still need to listen to Meta's call. I still not going to listen to Microsoft's call, but we got Apple coming up. Let's take a look, actually. What else do we have to look forward to this week? We had PayPal this morning. We got Qualcomm tomorrow. Oh, yes. Thursday, we've got Apple. We've got Coinbase. We've got Square. We've got DraftKings. We've got Cloudflare. We've got Fortinet. Cybersecurity. I am looking to get a piece of the pie when it comes to cybersecurity. I will probably buy a basket unless one stock really catches my eye. But to me, they're all pretty damn similar. I just want exposure to the space. So here's what I'll do. Barring something extreme, I will be live again on Thursday with a better production value for you all. So until then, I'm headed to the driving range. Let's go Amazon. Bezos, you're the man. Peace out. Yes, end stream. Come